The French won an overwhelming victory at the Battle of Pontvalin. It was the first time the English had been utterly defeated during the war. But the triumph was short-lived. As England spent the next 60 years amassing French territory through alliances and victories at great battles such as Agincourt. It seemed that nothing could stop England. Who then could have foreseen that a teenaged girl was about to change the course of history? In 1429, France was in dire straits. Nowhere was it more evident than the besieged city of Orleans. The city was completely surrounded by English-held forts. But just a few days' ride away, here in Chinon, there was potential help. The French royal prince, the Dauphin Charles, was holed up in his fortress and under pressure to ride out to save Orleans. As Charles hesitated, a young peasant girl arrived at his court. Her name was Jeanne d'Arc. She claimed to have received saintly visions, giving her a divine task to help Charles become king and drive the English out of France forever. Charles was skeptical, but was soon convinced of her divinity. And he charged this 17-year-old with the near impossible mission to liberate Orleans. To Jeanne, this was the first step in realizing her God-given destiny. In April 1429, she rode out from Chinon at the head of her army to confront the hated enemy of France. Surrounded by English strongholds, and with its last line of defense under attack, the city of Orleans grew ever more desperate. In France's darkest hour, 17-year-old Jeanne d'Arc arrived with the king's army to liberate a city and prevent the fall of a nation. The English had captured the vital fortification, known as Les Tourelles, on the south bank of the Loire. Orleans would live or die on its access to supplies. Recapturing Les Tourelles would be key to saving the city.
Des
The French army torched the eastern English fort, securing a crossing to the south bank of the Loire River. Having suffered under the English siege for months, Orleans had sent for crucial supplies, but English patrols threatened their arrival at the city. If Orleans hoped to receive the supplies, the French would have to clear the road of English raiders.
Soyez prêts, compagnons, oyez bien. Après, voyons cela donner.
Attendez les commandements, maintenant.
Oyez tous le monde. J'exploite les regards. Tous y a l'oreille.
The supply convoy arrived in the city, providing the French army with much-needed gold.
Vassaille, donc.
Acces faites vos, si comme vos voldrez.
Oh, me... Or, attendons vos ordonnances. Imangonès, attends vos ordonnances.
Mestière de moi.
Seeing another supply convoy approaching the city, English raiders took up position on the road. The French needed to eliminate the enemy detachment if they hoped to receive the supplies.
Si sera fait.
Acces faites vos, compagnons. Si tres tous vont mourir. Compagnons?
Ici les commandements. Acces faites vos. Or, attendons vos ordonnances. Attentis!
Jetzt presst. Ventile tatis. Si pecte sera. Que faut-il donc besoigner?
Die Chevauche ist gut.
Régiment de Mons.
Glorieux ex!
Les Coréens sont à marquer avant!
Attentis!
Si pecte sera.
Il n'y faut que la nuit. Pex, jeunesse qui besoin. Shoot! Un assaut, chevalier!
Devers, tu devances le rival!
The northern fort fell to the French, reducing the enemy presence at Orléans.
Alors, ce sens plus attendre!
Chevalier, presse pour Curtis!
Giovanni Bastir.
Ennemis sont tristes de me craindre!
Campagnol, marchette derrière. Si fesse comme toi. Les courriers attaquent la si fesse comme toi.
Un assaut, chevalier!
Les courriers
Oyez les commandements. Aucun sport de beauté.
L'heure est de me retrayer.
perfecte la tête.
Service en ordonnance!
Reste tout estatique.
Devers, tu devances le rival.
À point de pièce basse. Que faut-il?
Campagnol,
Jeanne d'Arc's army burned the northwest English fort, relieving pressure on Orléans.
les courriers attaquent l'emplacement de masse.
Estatique. Appareil. Ouvert système engin.
Devers, tu devances le rival.
Engin passe à Londres. Ils vont donner à gauche. 6 sur Afrique. Archière.
Devers, tu devances le rival. Soyez présents. Viens nous donner.
Reste tout. En chambre de siège. Si part en stance.
Oyez, laisse commande de masse. Si besoin.
L'entière. Reste tous à l'once.
Spex, à Montry, avant.
Amontri, avant reste. Veici les assis. Les Coréos atteignent les mains de mes compagnons. Marchez derrière. Lorsqu'on commence l'assaut.
The main bridge leading to Orleans had been destroyed by the French to prevent an English onslaught. Jeanne d'Arc had to find another way to cross to the south bank and make her assault on Les Tourelles. With the western fort destroyed, the French could safely cross the Loire River by this route. Jeanne d'Arc and her army had eliminated all the English forts on the north side of the Loire River, giving the French respite from the frequent attacks on the city. In order to fully liberate Orleans, Jeanne d'Arc would need to destroy the English keep at Les Tourelles.
Compagnon, marchez derrière.
Acest metzvot. Acest metzvot, compagnon. Acest metzvot, habillement. Oui, là. Ensemble, chevalier. Reste tous prêts.
The French eliminated the English raiders, granting the supply convoys safe passage into the city. Each time supplies approached Orleans, English raiders would return to guard the road, hoping to plunder the French goods.
Attendez les commandements. Asseyez vos armées. Nous allons.
Les Springay à...
Oyez les commandements.
Nous prenons troupe de Krieg.
Perfect!
Besoin d'y faire? Bien, bien, Vex.
Commandement incontinent, compagnon. Transport idéal. Perfect! À la table! Devers tout devant idéal.
Another trade convoy arrived in Orléans with more gold to bolster the army.
Ancien poste attend second poste commandement. Second poste commandement. Arrêtez. Versailles dégagé.
Oil, mestière de mouet. Mitraille sens de la reste.
Adjustment was out. Watch the car.
Aime besoin.
Où est-ce les commandements?
Quand du besoin, grand-père.
En besoigne.
Los oyets les comme si fes comme toi. Si fait que
Les Tourelles was the linchpin in the English siege of Orléans, blocking the main supply route to the city. If Jeanne d'Arc could capture it, Orléans would finally be liberated. Another trade convoy arrived in Orléans with more gold to bolster the army.
lance en commande de l'assaut. Si fes comme toi.
Attentis. Regiment.
Jetsmets vos habillement. Obrestier, allons. Jetsmets vos habillement.
Les Coréous sont denses. Allant ce sens plus 50. Perfect. À la sonne.
Bonne besogne expect.
Oyez les ordonnances.
Another trade convoy arrived in Orléans with more gold to bolster the army.
ici.
The king's army drove the hated enemy of France from Les Tourelles. With the main road to the city back in French hands, the English abandoned their long siege of Orléans. Celebrating a momentous victory at the head of the French army, Jeanne d'Arc would forever be remembered as the Maid of Orléans.